everybody. Welcome back to the show. This is The Mental Breakdown. I'm your host, Joey Velez. Today, we're going to be tackling something that almost every athlete experiences, and honestly, every high performer struggles with at some point, but it's the relationship between confidence and competence. So, here's a question for you. Do you need confidence to perform well, or do you need competence before confidence can even exist? Most athletes think that confidence has to come first. They'll say things like, once I feel confident, then I can play well. But what if we've got that backwards? Let's break it down. Confidence is simply your belief in your ability to succeed, whereas competence is your actual ability. So the skills you possess, your knowledge, your preparation, and even your experience. Now, here's where athletes get into trouble. They often try to build confidence without building competence. They look for motivational quotes, right? Hype videos, or positive self-talk while ignoring the daily work that actually earns confidence. You can think of confidence like a bank account. Every quality practice, every completed workout, every film session, every difficult repetition is a deposit into your bank account. When game day arrives, you're making a withdrawal. If you've made consistent deposits, you'll have confidence because your brain has evidence that you're prepared. Now, if you haven't made those deposits, no amount of positive thinking is going to convince your brain otherwise. That's why confidence built only on emotion is fragile. Confidence built on competence is more resilient. Now, does that mean confidence doesn't matter? Absolutely not. Confidence affects decision making, effort, persistence, and even your body language. A confident athlete is more likely to trust their training, be more instinctive, and recover quickly when they make mistakes. But confidence isn't magic. So let's say that you have two basketball players. The first player tells themselves all week, I'm the best shooter on the team. But the second player quietly puts up 500 quality shots every day. Who do you think has earned the right to feel confident? If you said player B, the second player, you're probably correct. Not because they're naturally more confident, but because they've actually accumulated evidence that shows that. Albert Bandura, a famous psychologist, referred to mastery experiences because he found that the most powerful source of confidence comes from successfully performing a task. Every successful experience becomes proof that you can do it again. Notice that confidence isn't built by pretending, right? It's built by proving. Now, here's an important decision. Competence alone doesn't automatically create confidence. Have you ever met an individual who was incredibly talented but can constantly doubt in themselves? I mean, it happens all the time, right? That's because confidence also depends on how you interpret your experiences. Some athletes view mistakes as evidence that they don't belong. Others see mistakes as information, right? Same mistake, but a different interpretation. And I think that's where your mind becomes incredibly valuable, right? So being able to accurately recognize the competence you've already developed inside, or instead of allowing fear or perfectionism to erase it. So if confidence comes from competence, how do you actually build both? So one way is by focusing on winning practice instead of winning confidence. Instead of asking, do I feel confident today? Ask yourself, did I execute today's process? Confidence becomes the byproduct. Now, the second thing you can do is keep evidence, right? Write down small wins after practices. Maybe you executed your breathing routine. Maybe you communicated well. Maybe you handled adversity better than last week. Your brain naturally remembers failures more than successes, so you have to give it evidence that you're improving, right? Finally, separate confidence from perfection. Many athletes think that confidence means never feeling nervous, and that's just not true. The best athletes in the world still experience anxiety, but the difference is they trust their preparation more than they fear the outcome. Okay, so confidence isn't the absence of doubt, it's the willingness to perform despite doubt. So one thing to take away from the day is to stop chasing confidence, right? Chase competence, show up consistently, do the work, collect the evidence, and trust the process because real confidence isn't something that you manufacture, it's something that you earn. And that's what I have for y'all today. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, rate, review, download the podcast. Don't forget to share it with family and friends. Appreciate y'all listening. It's good to talk to y'all again with another episode. I'll talk to y'all soon. And don't forget, today's a great day to make an impact on someone's life. All right, y'all. Have a good one.